What's up, everyone? Welcome to my corner of the internet. I'm your host, Ryan Cramer, and this is Crossover Commerce, presented by PingPong Payments, the leading global payments provider helping sellers keep more of their hard-earned money. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Crossover Commerce. I'm your host, Ryan Cramer, and this is my corner of the internet where I bring the best and brightest in the Amazon and e-commerce space back in the office today. As everyone can see, if you saw me last week, I was in my secondary office and studio, but we're back in the original setup here. So I'm glad to be back in my office. And of course, it's good to be back on another week of Crossover Commerce. We have so many great guests lined up this week. Can't wait to get started. But of course, every episode, if you're new to the space, as you may or may not know, if you're new to the space or if you've hit all of our past 231 episodes or 230 episodes, today's 231, is presented by PingPong Payments. PingPong Payments is helping more people keep more of their hard-earned money when it comes to sending and receiving their funds. So if you're paying out your suppliers, your manufacturers, your VAs overseas, if you're receiving funds and you're growing internationally on Canada, Mexico, Australia, Japan, wherever you might be selling your goods and products, let PingPong Payments help keep more of your hard-earned money. You can sign up for free. Go ahead and check out the links below if you're watching this on social media, or if you're listening to this, check out the show notes below. It's usa.pingpongx/usa.pingpongx.com/podcast to see all of our past episodes, but also to sign up for free today. Thank you, PingPong Payments. So yeah, it's Monday, April 4th, according to my calendar over here on my desk. We just passed Q1, right? Q1 just passed. A lot of people are starting to gear up for many momentous things here in the space here when it comes to Q2, Q3, and what that looks like here going into, obviously, the back half in the most important time of year. I would say Q4 for a lot of people. But a lot of people, what they're doing right now is they're trying to understand the product research component of it, really find what, as they grow their brand, grow their business, and really find those winning products, how do we continue to differentiate and find success on Amazon? That can be finding the right product niche, finding the right products that offer a unique perspective and really stand out from competition. So that's what we call today. With that being in mind, that's what we call today's episode: product research with high demand and low competition. How do you find it? How do you search? And if everyone's searching for it, how do you find something that fits in those categories? And we brought an expert in, guys. I'm really excited to talk with her. I was giving her lots of praise before in the pre-show about, hey, I saw your booth and you have lots of people that are asking for advice. You are a seller yourself and you've helped a lot of people grow. So I'm going to get to pick her brain here on this episode today. I'm excited to bring on to Crossover Commerce today, Izabella Ritz of Ritz Momentum. Izabella, thank you so much for hopping on Crossover Commerce today. Oh, you're on mute. I can't unmute you real quick.
Yep.
Now
sorry.
we're good. No, we're good now.
Now we're good. Yeah. Monday's back,
No,
It's
yeah.
always
Hey,
with the surprises.
let's try that again. Once again, it's nice to have you on Crossover Commerce today.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I'll let you start.
I was gonna say, no, I'm super excited. I have so many questions just off the top of my head. First off, I want to know where you're joining us from, first and foremost.
So I'm joining from Washington, D.C. area.
Okay. What part?
Yeah.
Because I actually lived in Richmond, Virginia, which is about 2 hours south of DC for a little while.
Yeah, I'm closer to DC. I have just 27 minutes till the Washington Monument. So I'm in Vienna, Virginia. It's like pretty neat place, suburb. I can tell that it's like terrible, but so far so good. It's just cold. Like people loves it. Like when people hear that I'm living in Vienna, like, oh, it's just such a cool place. It's next to McLean and it's like super expensive. Well, I'm like, yeah, but it's still cold,
It is cold.
Yeah, it doesn't matter like the worth of your house if it's always cold.
Yeah, exactly. So you what brought you there? For some reason in your bio, if I read your bio, I thought the business is located in Orlando. Is that correct still?
Right.
Or is that okay?
Yes, and I'm really excited to come back to Orlando, and I hope everything will be smooth and good this summer. So I hope we're coming back. But I actually got married for the third time in my life, and this is the last one for sure.
This is the last one. Third time's the charm, right?
Yeah, that's right. So my husband, he got a job here, so he related government, so that's why we moved to Virginia. It was not optional; it was necessities.
You have to be
So
there.
yeah, we have to be here. So that's why we're here, and yeah, we just had to triple our income. We had to grow more because Virginia is like pretty expensive state. Even like
It
with my
is.
income, that where I was feeling so comfortable in Florida, it become uncomfortable in Virginia. So yeah,
Well,
that
very
was
cool.
another challenge.
Well, congrats on the marriage and moving there. So you've been there for how long? Just a couple months, it sounds like, or
No, it's like two years
oh,
already.
2 years. Okay. I mean, yeah, time doesn't exist anymore in
Correct.
this space. You say 2 years and it feels like 10. So uh, that's amazing. So congratulations on that. So you're in there. Uh, is your team fully remote? Because like, give me your background. Like, why an agency? You guys are full service. You're still an Amazon seller, if I'm correct. Just a little that I know of you, but give me your background. Like, how did you get into the e-commerce space?
Yeah, so long story short, I'm serial entrepreneur. I started my first business when I was 17, and I was capable to cover all my financials and financing of my mother when I was 16 years old. So genuinely speaking, I was in love with money when I was little.
You said you were
And
taking care of your mom financially at 16.
yes,
Holy smokes. Was
yeah.
that was out of necessity, or is that something you felt like you should do or had to do?
Just my mom was always super lazy. She didn't like to work, and I was always wanted stuff. So like when I was going to school and kids had stuff, and I didn't, like kids have this very nice pencil cases, and they had like nice clothes, and I was wearing like the t-shirts that been already right here, and I didn't have any cool stuff. So I'm like, no, it's not how it works. I really have to earn money because I want to have stuff. And yeah, I started my personal business at 17, and I sold this business when I was 18 years old. That was my first million rubles, not dollars,
Right,
rubles.
Rebels.
Yeah, but it was $35,000, so it was still
That's a
a
lot.
lot. Yeah, it was a lot 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 something years ago. So it was a lot. And then I felt that like, oh, it's actually pretty cool when you can start business, sell business, start business, sell business. And it's been for a while till I launched my interior design studio, and I was growing the studio via e-commerce a lot, via internet, via ads, and I find out that it's pretty cool. And if you will look back for like 18 20 years ago, internet was pretty easy and simple. It looked difficult for us because we didn't know what it is, but it was pretty easy to advertise. So generally speaking, knew from the very beginning what is SEO, what is ads, how you should create Google ads and Yandex ads, because we had Yandex ads in Russia. And when I moved here in 2015 to United States, I had to figure it out how to survive, because I had some money, and I lost this money here in the US because I was cheated by some people. I still think
Not a good experience, it sounds like.
no, but I still would. In the beginning, I was blaming these people, but then I was thinking a lot, and I was, it's actually my fault because I should think better, I should trust better, I should do research better, and I should actually try at least figure it out, like what is the contract about, because we didn't have one.
Mm. So
So,
somebody that took advantage of you
yeah.
financially through a contract. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so I just anyway, I lost 100K, and I had the leftovers of five, which I invested into Amazon, and I had my first return of $14,000, which was pretty cool back to 2015, 2016, because it was Q4. I started right before Q4 appeared, so I was pretty lucky, I think, and I realized that Amazon actually works, and I was launching one product, another product, another product, another product, another product, another product, and then I got a couple failures that taught me a lot how I supposed to act better. And it's not about like bad reviews, or it's not about bad advertisement. It was based on the suppliers when I ordered the inventory from China, and I paid without trade assurance. I paid directly to their bank account, and I got poor quality products, and I start getting a lot of returns, a lot of refunds, and at the end of the day, I had a huge loss because listing was suspended and the
Right.
inventory was terrible, and my 1,200 sales a month on this specific ASIN was like lost, been lost at this very moment. So that was a great lesson, because at this point I had to think and I had to do better research of the supplier. I had to learn how to do trade assurance every single time. I had to learn how to do better the product research. So it's been a lot of lessons. And in the very beginning, because like I'll say a little bit of backup. My first business was about training center. So we've been training people how to sell, how to be better at communications, how to talk to the suppliers, how to grow their sales department. So we've been a lot of corporate trainings. And at this moment, I become a business trainer. So I was a business coach for 21 years of my life, like a very long time. And when I was learning and I was selling on Amazon, I said, no, I'm not going to teach people how to sell on Amazon. And then I give up because, like, again, same story. Everybody asked how to do that. And I decided, okay, anyway, I have a pretty big audience. I'm going to actually tell the story, and I will teach people how to do that. So I was doing this for a while, and I was teaching people how to sell on Amazon. We had a pretty good rate of successful students. I still hear a lot of feedbacks like, oh, thank you, finally I crossed my 100K month. That was actually a couple of months ago. That was so proud of my former student. But at some point, I was feeling that I don't feel really fulfilled because I want success rate be better and higher. So we created agency and we started doing a lot of listings, optimizations. And then I'm like, it's not good enough. We have to do product research. And then we started doing product research. And I really think that we good at it, and we can do the product research with a high demand, low competition using data to custom approach that I personally created.
Really? So
So
you figured out your niche, if you
yeah,
will, and what you're good at,
yeah,
helping people successful. I like that.
correct. So I figured out how to, and I believe some people figured out it as well. So I genuinely believe I'm not the one. Otherwise, this market will be pretty new, and it's not. So I figured out how to look for the products that have a high demand, low competition, and the product that you actually can customize. Because a lot of sellers, especially new sellers who are going on Amazon, they are thinking what they can sell, what is like really popular on Amazon right now. They're going to bestsellers, they're searching high demand, hot competitions. They're not really thinking. But when you're going on Amazon, as a buyer, you cannot sometimes find something that you really want to buy. You're buying something because you have to, but not
Mhm.
because you want to, because you don't have any other options to buy. So, and we're creating the products that people actually want to buy, and they like these products. They love these products. They want to buy more of these products. Like we're creating repeated customers because like some products you can create for the different occasions, for example, and people keep coming back. So it's not the subscription, but we're also helping people to build the brand from the very beginning. And it doesn't matter if you're a huge seller, if you're a small seller. If you're a small seller, it's harder, which is mean you have to use more tricks to figure it out how to build this small valuable community that you will be able to launch your product in the future easier. So yeah, it's like long story short, and I'm happy to like answer your questions to like open more topics that you
There's a
think
lot.
will be.
There's a lot to unpack there, and I
Yeah.
appreciate kind of that journey. So you opened up an agency because people were asking for help because you were
Yeah.
successful. You were still selling. Are you still a seller, by the way? You're still
Yes.
actively selling.
Yes, I
Okay.
am. We sold our businesses, some of them last year, and we launched new ones. So
Oh,
we
very
are,
cool.
yeah. So we're
I would ask you, did you sell through? So for that, was that kind of the end game for you? I'm just curious in that regards. Did you always want to sell, or you thought the opportunity had capped out on those brands? What was that for you personally that you
for
thought?
me personally, it was like why I did not realize that Amazon is the same business like others, and you also can launch and sell them. I
Yeah.
was, I think I was just pretty slow to realize it.
Hey,
We're
now
like,
you know. It sounds like a
yeah,
couple businesses now you've unloaded, and you're for the better for it. So, well, congratulations on that. I think that's really exciting. Not everyone
yeah.
can see. No, everyone has a valuable brand that other people want to acquire. So that's obviously a win for you. So with that, so your life as an entrepreneur, Isabella, I see a lot of different avenues that you've tried and gone down. So Amazon seems the natural fit because you can help a lot of people, but you can also be that entrepreneur mindset of, hey, I want to get into this category or this mindset, or find that niche that can help people that people are looking for help on. Is that kind of where the drive comes for you? Is, hey, this is the easiest way to get out in so many people in front of so many people quickly? Is that kind of where this motivation comes from?
One of them, yes. So I like to launch business when you see when you can launch it fast, you can accomplish it fast. You can accomplish it fast. You can have the better, bigger results. And because, like, I don't know if you believe in astrology or not. I'm very skeptical. However, I'm a Leo,
Okay.
and Leo, they love success.
I'm
They
a
love
Leo as well.
Oh, really? I was thinking about it. Cool. So, and they love success. They love to share success. They want to be successful. And they want to be accepted in a community as a successful person. And I believe here's something about my personality where, like, I want to be there. I want to be accomplished. I want to show people that it's possible. So when I was coaching people, it's never been about I want to create the course that will make me $1 million. It's been always yeah, I'm creating course, but I care about people. So I will never do it for free, ever and ever,
Well,
because
you put value on time, and time you put a lot
yeah,
into it, it sounds like.
yeah, correct. But for me, their results are important, extremely. And the agency becomes an agency because we really want people's results. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, no, it does. Because I mean, you can see the results, that your tangible results that you put into it, the time that you put into it, it correlates to how successful other people are. So that makes a lot of sense. Um, so I guess so you're a successful entrepreneur in the fact that you're still a seller. You're an agency now. So how big is an agency? You were kind of talking about this pre-show of, or in the beginning of the episode. You're how big now?
Right now, we're in about 50 people in the agency,
50.
and
Wow.
50, yeah. We've been fluctuating back and forth, especially with the designers. Everybody are selling Amazon, but designers are not. So
Right.
designers are always they're just the creation part. However, because like some politics are going on, I decided that I want to help, and I don't want to help just like send in money and like do some donations. I decided that I want to hire extra people, and I hired on Friday. Actually, I hired 10 more people from Ukraine, uh,
Wow. Awesome.
to help them, and at the same time to help me to grow my business, because I had some positions that I was like, okay, one day I will hire someone, one day we'll hire someone, one day we'll hire, like, we will
You
move
kept
to this
pushing it off.
direction. Yeah, and then I'm like, actually right now there are a lot of talents, and they're like they really need a job, and they actually need this job to be done. So now we're 10 people more on board, and I believe this week we will get a couple more.
That's amazing. Congratulations. I mean, again, you're finding the ways to support other people and help them grow their business. Those people in Ukraine, like you said, it's very difficult right now. I know a lot of people were displaced, companies were displaced too, so they're trying to help and grow. And that's amazing that you find your own unique way to support them, but also help your business grow too. So that's entrepreneurship 101 is how do you help everyone win and succeed. But we called today's episode. So Isabel, you have 50 people. You're growing like crazy. What is the main focus? Do you guys want to be like a full service agent? You're a full service agency. What made you decide to do that instead of be very focused on product launches or listing optimizations or PPC only? What made you say we're going to do it all?
So, you know, listing optimization, SEO copywriting, photography, and etc. Everybody do that.
Sure.
Everybody do that, and it's pretty hard to compete. And with the product research, I didn't think about competition in the very beginning. I was thinking about how to do it right. And the way how we figured out how to actually launch the products and launch it pretty fast made me feel excited. Like, I think it's actually our niche. And later on, I find out that actually not a lot of company doing that. And so far I didn't find anyone. Probably, I believe someone will show up soon. Uh, I didn't find the companies who are actually doing product research and the product design together. Some companies doing product research without any custom. Some people are doing creating ideas that people are bringing on board. Like some customers are coming there saying, "Okay, I have an idea. Can you create a product?" And companies are creating these products, but nobody is doing them together. So we're doing them together. We're doing the product research and we're doing the product custom and the product design. So this is something like about the expertise and something that really has value and will help a lot of people achieve their results faster than longer.
So in that kind of context, it makes sense. That natural bridge makes sense if people are doing one step and you're connecting all the dots together. Makes a lot of sense to me. Where does that journey? So if I'm an entrepreneur and I want to work with you, Isabella, what does that start with? Do they have an idea that they want to pursue, or they found keyword research through like a carbon 6 or a helium 10 or a jungle scout, something like that? How are they approaching you and find that collaboration of, hey, I've done my research, I think this is an opportunity? Are you the validator? Are you the, hey, let's narrow all these ideas down to a few, then let's work with these? What is that
So
process?
the process is when people are coming, first of all, of course, they have to apply because they have to have the at least budget, and they have to have a desire that, like, yes, we want to earn money with Amazon. We understand that Amazon is a high risk, high potential. We understand that every single business is a risk. We understand it.
So that
So
beginner is coming with you just with the intent. They're like, I'm in it for the long haul. We need your help.
yes,
Okay.
correct. And then we're creating the strategy. So we have on a kind of background, we created the on Airtable, like the sheet where we can um, create the selling strategy. So for example, if you want to earn $30,000 with three ASINs for the market price of $69 with the margin of 35%, you will sell this amount of ASINs, and you have to sell them with this amount, like with this price. So we can play with the chart to find out what strategy works better for them, and based on this strategy we can create the amount, we can create the financial chart, how much actually they have to invest into these products before our services cost. The moment we approved it, then we're starting the product research. And of course, if they don't want to go to the specific niche, we're not going to, but we have some niches that we're going all the time. It's like home and dining,
The top 3 or 4 that are
top three
very
or four.
consistent.
Yeah, of course, like whenever going like to any fresh or uh, pet food or something like that. So we are trying to do
No,
everything.
no consumables on your end.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
gotcha.
no, no.
Those are
It's
tough.
pretty. Those are tough, yeah. So again, we're trying to make things simpler and easier. So it's a lot of complicated things already. So we're not trying to make it more complicated. And then we're doing the research based on the target audience. So we're looking, okay, so let's take a look what audience do we have right now, what occasions are coming up in like 6-8 months. So for example, if right now we will look for the product, we will try to look for the product that people will be able to launch during this Q4 because we still have time. And after their Q4 will pass, they will be able to stabilize their product, and their product will be stable during a year with the Google Trends. And based on like, well, so we're looking to the semantic core. Like if people don't understand what the semantic core, the amount of your keywords that will be indexed on Amazon. So we're looking at every single keyword that is like high demand, high ranking keyword is trending during a year. So we cannot do any like keyword that is not trending at all, or like it's 10 to 12 and demand only during Q4, like let's say Christmas tree, right? So
So
we
no
cannot do
seasonal
those.
products or anything like
Yeah,
that, right?
no. We have customers who are coming to us. They're like, I want to sell seasonal products. Yeah, why not? But then you have to have 10 of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
And it
have
has to
to have.
be all year round, or find
Yeah,
things that supplement and fill your
yeah,
business throughout the calendar year.
correct. Yeah, so we do that too, and it's working as well. However, we're trying to make sure that like some products, they all have trends over a year, or they have trends over the year, and they have like a spike during Q4, which is super sweet. When like you're during Q4 and everybody has a spike on their sales, you want to have a spike as well.
Absolutely.
I remember how one of the accounts that we sold was with the supplements and skincare. So in this account, most of the products, they've been like uh, a very smooth sales over a year. We never had a huge spike during Q4. It's been always smooth, like a little bit, maybe a little bit up, but not really. And like, and on other accounts, I've seen like, oh, here is spike. Like we're selling a lot on those accounts, but this account is just good over a year. And over a year, like you feel good about it. But during Q4, you really want to have this
Yeah,
spike.
you want to see the spike. Is that
Yeah.
is that a conversation you have to have with clients all the time? Is like managing expectations of, it's not a bad thing to have consistency across the board all year round. It's like getting paid, right? Of,
Yeah.
hey, you want to have that consistent cash flow instead of all at once at the end of the year when it might be the same thing. Do you have that conversation a lot, or is that
Uh,
difficult to navigate through?
Sometimes, no, sometimes we do. Like it depends for how long we're talking to the customers. But yeah, we're talking about it a lot when people want to dig deeper, what actually happened, if or when. So yeah, we're discussing it with the customers because every single selling strategy is important. Like as more front end job you will do, like easier will be later.
So in that regards, so consistency is obviously important. The topic that we were really covering on it, and it's very important to you, which is why I want to make sure everyone understands it, is high competition, or high volume, low competition. So from you, is there like, what is the ways that people are finding this, that they might be able to stand out when other people don't notice it? Or is there ways to understand, um almost like the hidden success stories, right? You want to find that hidden area where, again, there's not a lot of competition, but there's a lot of people searching for that product. Where do you start? Where do you get inspiration? How are you discovering those kind of pockets, if you will?
Yeah, so here several, we can say dozens approaches that we're using sometimes. Again, the person who is physically doing the product research supposed to get inspired, sorry, like a designer, like in the very beginning. So you have to get this inspiration. Of course, the easiest way, you can go to Pinterest, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, and take a look what people are selling there right now today, what is like the most popular products, and just that will be your foundation from where you just starting research. You can also go to like Helium 10, you can go to the Smart Scout, check out their tools or seller tool in the beginning, just to take a look where you want to start. And the moment you found one product that you want to start with, you are going inside of the sellers accounts and you're taking checking what they're actually selling.
Sure.
Yeah, if they're selling something nice with the low amount of reviews and let's say 15, 20, $12,000, you're searching for this product on Amazon. You're searching this product on Amazon, you're checking what is going on the market, you're checking the demand. The moment you're using the tools for one of the products that like you seems for you like they're pretty good, you're checking the Cerebro and Helium 10. And the moment you're checking Cerebro and Helium 10, you can find a lot of extra keywords that supplementing this product. And a lot of keywords are actually giving you the idea what is going on. And some of those keywords have the high demand. And when you're going on the market, nobody's selling this product at all.
Right.
And then you're searching on Google, you're searching somewhere else, and you can find maybe a couple internet stores that are selling this product. And then you're checking also like how those websites are looking on the side of SEO, and if they are really well, very well ranked, means they're working on their website, means they have sales, means they're trying to succeed. So it's like
I
kind
see
of,
it. The domino
yeah,
effect of like, hey,
yeah.
it's a validating effort of, hey, maybe this is a lot of pointing in the right direction of maybe I should take a leap into this and maybe there is opportunity. What would you consider? I guess a lot of people ask this question. I think it's a valid question of what do you consider high demand? Is it searches? Is it revenue? Is it what in your eyes do you consider high demand?
High demand is, let's say, 30 to 50,000 searches a month per one high ranking keyword.
Okay.
If we're comparing to the low competition, because if the keyword is like at million or 500,000 searches a month, it's no way, it's no
And you're
competition.
only doing that in revenue. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
low competition.
yeah. So you really have to have this like 5 to 10 high ranking keywords with the 30 to 50,000 and searches a month. And when you're looking for the products, and if the products are proving you that yes, we are selling well on Amazon with this amount of demand, and you're checking their semantic core, yes, this is like another check mark that you can actually try to sell this product on Amazon.
Absolutely. How do you distinguish the difference between catching a trend too early versus if something's gonna be consistent? Like you said, it might be a consistent keyword that's been around a long time. No one's just found it. It's like that hidden diamond, if you will. Instead of catching a trend that's starting to increase in searches and you're seeing this upward trajectory, and maybe it'll last a long time and you want to hit it at the right time. Do you ever work with that with clients on hitting a trend before it really takes off? Or do you want to have more of that, again, going back to consistency? Would you rather have that consistent established keyword functionality that you're just finding low competition on?
I like the keywords that like they kicked off not earlier than 2020.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be like if they're trending, they cannot start trending a month ago.
Right.
They have to be established at least for like 1.5 years,
Okay.
because otherwise we can face the situation like with the fidget spinners,
Right.
and then like
That's a good example.
yeah,
Has a
or
shelf
like
life or it only lasts for a year and a half, 2 years, and then
right.
it's yeah, then it
Yeah,
dies off.
yeah. So we don't want to do it. And like one you cannot predict. You can always predict with like small gadgets, but it's pretty hard to predict with like, let's say, berry goji. They launched them, I believe, like in 2013, and it's been a huge trend. Everybody been buying this goji berry and
Right.
some other berries, and then it was matcha tea and then everything else. And what we see on the market right now, everybody are still fighting for like the price. People are not fighting like whose product is better or cooler or whatever. People are fighting not for the quality, people are fighting for the market price.
Wow. So is that something that you also have to look at too? Is cost of good? What products are going for? If it is it worth it? Like you said, getting a matcha tea, people are trying to find the cheapest quality instead of hey, I want to find a really nice watch and I want to find a quality that is going to come with the price tag. How do you balance the two of going into a product with a hey the lowest price you can possibly get versus hey I want to try to charge as much as I can and get the most out of this product because it's high quality, how it's put together, the goods, everything like that? How do you balance the two and what's more important?
We are looking for the niches that are actually valuable for the consumer. So where people are not searching what will be like, I want to buy for the cheapest price. I want to buy it because it's valuable for me. It's important for what I do or where I use it, or it's important on Batman. I love it. And it's important for like if it's a gift, it's important for the person that I will give this gift at the end of the day. So we're not searching for for the product like silicone straws, for example.
Right.
Yeah, like if you'll go on the market, you'll find out that like people are fighting for like to have the better price, even like $3-4, and it will be like set of hundreds silicone straws with the brushes with something like else.
Always something. Dishwasher
Yeah,
safe. It's multicolor pack or all one
yeah.
color.
We
It's
definitely, yeah, and we don't want to have it. We don't want to put our buyers, our sellers to fight. So we want our sellers to have the products that will be valuable for their consumer. And when consumer will take a look on their product, they will understand that like it's better on the market than someone else. We like when we're creating the product and we're creating the listing design, we always have the comparison chart, and this comparison chart is truth. So we're never doing like, okay, let's create the chart and put all like these check marks because we're the best. We are creating the comparison chart based on the other competition, when based on the real products that are already on the market. So we're
probably
actually,
feedback that in reviews or just real life, strategy and
yep,
data that you're getting. You want to emphasize, and that's what a lot of people are searching for. Is real life customers who are searching for, hey, it doesn't fade, or it doesn't, it lasts a lot longer, or like you said, has this feature. A lot of people are probably giving feedback to you, so obviously, why not highlight those kinds of things to
correct,
better enhance and grow your product search?
yep.
Amazing. So, I've kind of a question for you, Isabella. I've always kind of heard this catch-22. Obviously, you don't want to sell a product that's not making a lot of money. You'd rather sell one product for $1,000 instead of 100 products to get you to $1,000 in revenue, right? You kind of want to find that nice sweet spot, if you will. What about high demand and low competition in premium products? And I mean, like you said, above $100 that people might be searching for on Amazon to 200, 300, like not just electronics, but it could be just premium goods. What about looking in those niches? Is that something that people don't look at a lot, or they do? It's just a lot of upfront cost?
They do, and I can tell you there are some like niches that are not really premium. They're just niches like farm, for example.
Okay, yeah,
And farm products, they're not cheap. They're over $100. Sometimes they're over
it's
$300.
expensive to be a farmer.
Correct. And those products like are giving you a pretty good margin, and you also can sell it by FBM, and not it's not necessary to sell it by FBA. Not a lot of competitors are there because people do not like to go and sell cheap products, expensive products, because the investments are higher.
Very high.
Yeah. So if you want to sell expensive products, generally speaking, it's always good to go as long as demand is there, because competitors are not fighting with each other much, especially on Amazon. Amazon is the market of the low prices, mostly. Mostly, of course, like there are a lot of exceptions there. However, it's much easier to start selling something simple, something cheap, something more expensive than something cheap. So we're not going to the prices lower than $39.99 ever, and our favorite price is $69.79.
69.79. Okay, you have to tell me the background. What is that reasoning behind that?
So when you're selling for, let's say, $69, you have 35% of margin from this price, from the
Okay,
market price.
generally speaking. Okay,
Generally speaking, yeah. Sometimes you have more because your custom was better, and you can save, for example, on shipment. Right now, not much, but still, yeah,
right.
you have to figure out with like in the packaging, whatever. It's like you have a lot of way how you can save on the shipment. And when you have this 35, it's enough of money for one product. When you can hire team, you can have enough space for your PPC campaign. So you have enough money to for your external traffic. So as long as you still have $10-15 left over from your sale, you are in a good position.
Okay. And
It's
that's kind of the padding or the margin that you're trying to work with per
yeah,
transaction.
yes.
Okay. So 69.79, that's where a lot of people, that's where you're trying to shoot for. So if I see that on Amazon, I'm gonna know that's an Isabella product, right? No,
Not
it
all.
seems a little random, but like you have a thought process behind it, which I really like. Probably
Yeah,
because of like referral fees, all the fees broken down. You probably are like, calculated wise, I can walk away
Yeah,
with $15 in profit at the end
correct,
of the day. So
correct.
that's your goal and that's your ideal. What is have you had to have a lot of competition where or a lot of conversation with people that saying you're selling for your product way too low and you're literally losing money or you're not going to last because of you're selling it for too cheap? Have you had those conversations before
Um,
where you have to say you need to increase your prices or you're going to run out of business?
when people were coming with their products, yes. So like we have several customers who are coming and they're like, I don't have sales. And we're looking into their products and they are or too expensive. And they're saying
Okay.
if I will sell it like lower price with the lower price, people will like I will not have margin. I'm like, well, right now you don't have any other options. Like or you're going to pay storage fees or you have to lower your price and get it out of this product on Amazon via PPC or just liquidate it. Or when people are coming like I am going to sell this product cheaper because I want to win the competition, my answer is always like why are you going on a market if you're going to like lower the price
Yeah.
to like fight the competition? Like what's the point? Sometimes you can use this strategy when you have the product that you're selling at cost just to grow your followers and community on Amazon, but at the same time you have to have other products that actually making you money. It's just it's not about strategy here, it's about like the approach that people are using to make money on Amazon and to sell their products. So
So with that being said, if I'm entering this, I have all my products lined up. It's a great product. I'm working with you. When I'm entering a new market with low competition, what is the way to kind of earn that as quickly as possible? It's almost like a launch strategy, but it's do you have to put more effort into it and really like to box out competition and take it over quickly, or is it different than going against a really high competition where you probably, hey, maybe I'm bidding higher on PPC? Is there a difference in strategy that you're walking clients through in that regard?
yeah, it just you have to create or like we have to create the product. Just genuinely speaking, it's two main problems on Amazon or tasks. You have if you have a good product and bad marketing, you can always fix the marketing. If you have bad product, it doesn't matter how you're going to work with your PPC and external traffic and everything else. People are not going to buy this product because it's bad.
It's just bad
So
product. So
it just
product leads the way always.
yeah, so we're trying to put a lot of efforts into the product that people will actually buy. So that's why we're researching a lot, and that's why we're trying to when we're like doing the custom and when we're doing the product design, we're using Pigful a lot to actually find out that like okay, people will like this one versus this one. This package versus this package, this font versus this font. So we're trying to make a lot of proof on the front end, making sure we will not have the struggles that you're talking about.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why
Yeah.
it's important because I think a lot of people just misstep or they do it without help or guidance or like you said, the education behind it, and that they don't look at the whole picture instead of, hey, maybe I'm thinking more about marketing, but if the product's bad from the beginning, it's not going to fix it. Like you said, it's gonna come back around, and you're gonna get bad reviews. You're gonna get bad feedback. You're gonna get those returns, and ultimately, you're not gonna be successful. But it might be not bad marketing, but again, bad product, and vice versa. You want a bad product or a good product to always lead the way. It might take a little bit longer, but I think garnering market share because it's a good product, a lot more people are coming back and returning. Makes a lot of sense to me. How are
Yeah.
you? I guess for everyone else who's listening to this, Izabella, and they're really excited. And again, if you're watching this on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, I'll give another quick a shout out. This is a live podcast, so if you have a question, you can submit it through the comment section. We see that on all of our screens too. So if you have a question for Izabella, and for example, an example or a thought too, feel free to ask in the comment section below. But a couple other things in terms of product research and kind of working with other tips. What are you in terms of manufacturing right now? There are a lot of people are struggling with like supply chains and issues with that. I'm curious for you, since you run businesses, how many different backup plans do you have in terms of like manufacturers that you can, if they get shut down for one reason or another in China, do you switch to a different manufacturer in a different country, or do you have all these different plans? I'm curious from your standpoint. How many
Yeah,
backup plans do you have?
it's a great question. So I believe back to September 30th, October 1st, 2021, um, China shut down their electricity to like, and a lot of factories told us, okay, we're going to work just 1 day a week. And it's Q4, and it's like a lot of things are going on. Of course, we started to take a look to like India, to Taiwan, to Thailand, some of it. So we have some suppliers there. However, uh, we are really looking forward that Latin America will start doing the stuff that we're actually looking for, because right now Latin America, they're supplying based on their catalogs. They're not supplying something that you want really to customize. But because China gave them an opportunity right now to work with United States, and they started already to understand how American market works and how Amazonians what are our requirements, and we really hope that we believe, especially after some Amazonian trips they are right now, you probably heard about it. There, it's happening right these days. They went to Latin America to talk to the manufacturers, and I believe they will get something for us from there, and we will be able to use Latin America as well. It's more expensive per item, but it's cheaper with shipping, and it's faster with the shipping. So probably we will start working with them. However, answering your question, what is the backup plan? Backup plan is to work with the different cantons right now in China and India.
Okay.
So if something is super bad in China, we will switch to India. However, in China, not all cantons are shutting down at the same time.
Right.
So
It's almost
it,
like different times and different reasons, and
yeah,
it's hard
yeah,
to forecast.
correct. Yeah, so like Shenzhen is always in a big danger of something happening. They're like, oh, like we're not working like once a week and all this stuff. But Yiwu, for example, Canton Yiwu, they're working 4 or 5 times a day till now, so they're fine. We have a lot of production in this canton so far.
So with that being said, how difficult has it been to do product research in, because a lot of people I know, there's a lot of fairs going on obviously in China, and that was the way people got to shop through markets and see what's available and engage with that. How have you evolved, or how have you told your clients to involve in discussions with, hey, maybe new products coming to market? Is it all through the virtual fairs, or is it all through just conversation, like you said, samples, and it just takes a little bit longer to launch products now? Or how's that evolved since 2020 to now, and how are you like
So
getting ahead?
when the new product is coming on the market, again, we're not trying to look to those products because we don't know how this product is going to behave in the market. We're trying to go with the products that already have proof of demand proof.
Sure.
So because for us, we cannot risk our customers' money. We're already risking because we're starting the business, or we're expanding their business, or like we're adding new product to their business. It's already a risk. And to do the double risk, uh, I don't, like me personally, I don't feel comfortable because it's other people money. It doesn't matter if it's a huge investor, if it's a small investor, like
Right.
it's still their pocket. So we're trying to make it with the more
It's big
proof as
responsibility.
possible. Yeah. So of
So
course, like if it's an investor, they will not tell you later, like give my money back. But at the same time, it's still money. So you have to
sure.
be responsible here.
So with that being said, um, have you just looked at? I'm curious, kind of thinking bigger picture too, because I think that in the couple months we have left, I'm curious for growth opportunities. Every time I prosper, and I know we were both there, all I heard was, hey, now we're starting to think about globally. We're starting to think bigger picture. We're starting to think about how this product fits in different markets. Do you start from the beginning with your clients in terms of product research that's going to have that global kind of allure to it? Or do you take each market by individual components of, hey, that's a great idea for maybe Japan, but not as like a huge evergreen product across your brand portfolio? Maybe it's just for that product. How do you have that conversation and do that research as well?
So when we do the research globally,
You start globally. Okay.
yeah, generally speaking, not every single product fit every single marketplace. Mentality
Sure.
is super different. Consumers are different. Decision making is different. Uh, some products for United States might fit UK and of course Canada. Most of it for Canada as well. But you cannot feed United States products in most of the occasions for Arabian Emirates or for Japan. It's just different. Like why people very valuable for speaking different languages, because the structure of the sentence is very different, means it's given your brain more perspective. However, when you're living in a different countries and you see how some people they like think like 180 degrees, nothing is even comparable to how you're perceiving life, and the vision, the point of view is different, because since the moment person was born, their life structure beginning from their language is absolutely different. And if we will start from like how they're speaking, then their decision making, their taste, their preferences, they're different, their demand is different.
So with research,
Yeah.
then you're almost inhibited from the beginning, right? It's coming from your perspective of what you're thinking people might be searching for. So is that why a lot of people rely on tools to kind of give that globalized perspective? Because people in the United States, there's a subset of keywords can be searched for. It might be the fourth highest in a major keyword, but it might be in Spanish. It might be in a different language, and then you have to start to think about, okay, well, maybe it's a different subset I need to target instead of the top. Maybe it's a different market or a different localized culture that, even though it's high competition generally for that major keyword, but there's search in different languages, maybe you have to cater that product towards a different culture. Is that how it starts to kind of curtail into something bigger and more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's mostly like this. And again, based on every single individual marketplace, we're doing the research just for this marketplace, most of them,
Right.
because I didn't meet before, like if it, unless it's supplements or skincare or something that you use like daily, let's say cutting boards or like utensils, like something that very daily basics.
Evergreen
Genuine,
products. Yeah.
yeah, evergreen product. Like genuinely speaking, most of the products they don't feed every single marketplace.
So yeah, that makes sense, and it's important to be aware of that and try to understand, reach as many people as you can. But I think if you try to touch everything, and it's going to be a round peg into a square hole, it's not going to fit, and that's a misstep a lot of people I think also take. So you people like you who are probably, hey, let's only target this category and be happy with that, and do a different product, and that's where you just build your portfolio as well.
Yeah.
Isabel, I guess in the final questions too, I know like you're so busy too, managing 15 plus employees and just doing very well on Amazon. I'm curious for you, what is 2022 like? We just entered Q1. What's kind of that focus? I don't know if this is public knowledge, but you said you're going to start a podcast or something like that coming up soon. So,
Oh yeah.
well, what's kind of like the exciting things that are coming up the rest of the year for you?
For us, yeah, we're starting the podcast. If you want, I can send you the link,
I
and
was,
you'll be
yeah,
my
please
guest.
do. Yeah. I mean, I was
Yes,
going to
I
say,
will.
like, I like promoting other people starting podcasts. So I know that's when I first got started 2.5 or a year and a half ago. A lot of people are saying yes, and which was exciting. So I always prop up other people who give their perspective and show. So have you had a title or anything like that? Or is it kind of
Yes,
still?
we actually did, and I think we. Damn, can you imagine? I didn't learn how we're gonna call it. It's something made Amazon simple,
Okay.
and we also have or we already have this small preview that how it's gonna look like.
Okay.
It's almost ready, and
To be
we're
determined.
almost.
So everyone needs to follow Isabella on social media to when she finally announces it and when her show goes live, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Amazon made simple. This is how we call it. I just
Okay.
check
So
it.
what's
Yeah.
the I want to get from you? What's your point of view or what's your perspective for the podcast?
Honestly, I my main point here, because I already have a pretty big presence on Russian speaking Amazon community. I just want to let people watch everything with the Russian subtitles. And I want to introduce people like you, who are famous on Amazon community, with like with your features, with your company's features, like what you're actually doing and how you can help to Russian speaking audience all over the world, because there are a lot of them, and like Russian language is has a pretty big presence in like a lot of
It's very big.
countries. Yeah, and a lot of Russian immigrants all over the world, they're trying to start and launch their Amazon business, but a lot of them are not speaking English at all. So, and we're creating the podcast that will be with the Russian subtitles. So people will be able to listen to you in English, but actually it will be like a movie. So they will understand everything.
I love that. Is it a big
Yes.
community? I guess that's a community that I have not spoken on or have heard too much about. Obviously, is there a lot of sellers that are? Is it a bigger growth area? Obviously, that internationally, as they're in different countries or in Russia, is that a big country that is seeing a lot more sellers kind of take on in Amazon?
Yeah, I believe there are a lot of them who are going on Amazon. Amazon right now closed everything, all
Sure,
opportunities for like Russia specifically. But we still have Kazakhstan, we still have Ukraine. We have a lot of sellers in Ukraine.
of course,
Yeah, still Belarus. Amazon also don't like Belarus anymore. But anyway, the sellers are still there,
sure,
and there are a lot of sellers Russian speaking in Australia, in Japan, in Europe, in Israeli, in the Arabian Emirates, here, Canada. And my community is right now for April, whatever today is for.
April 4th, yeah,
April
already April
4th,
4th.
yeah, 2022. I have 18,000 people on Facebook. About,
Wow,
yeah, we have email list. Like maybe we just cleaned it recently. We had almost 100K. Right now it's about 10, but all of them are active.
wow,
We have about 7,000 on Instagram, super active people, and like all those interactions are very, very active, and we are getting a lot of impressions for this audience all the time. So I believe it will be valuable for the audience, and it will be very valuable for every single person who will go on the podcast, because Russians, they're pretty Russian speaking. They all are. They're ready to trust and follow as long as it's very valuable for them.
of course. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a demographic, like you said, hasn't been served. So I think that's really cool that you're going to be supporting that demographic, and I can't wait to hear it as well. So that's coming very soon. And then on the agency side, you guys are just focused, heads down, doing the work and getting ready for the year, correct?
Yep, I'm trying my best to delegate as much as I can right now. So
It's
by
tough when you grow so quickly. It's you gotta
yes,
delegate.
correct. So yeah, I'm trying to remove myself from the agency and just do podcast and lead generation only. So
When
I
you do
will
this
be.
full time, it doesn't feel like work, and it's nice to just talk with people and educate,
Yep.
and it's fun in that regard. So, are you
Yeah.
speaking at any events, or are we going to see you at any upcoming?
Hopefully, I will speak at Powwow and Helium 10 Summit, but we have
Okay.
booths at both of them, and yeah, we're
I
looking
believe
forward
when
to
those are
it.
in July and September, respectively. I think July for Powwow,
Powwow, yeah, July, I believe 11, 12, 13, something.
one of those dates. Yeah,
One of those,
middle of
yeah,
July.
yeah. I know for sure that Helium 10 Summit is 2022, 2022. So September 20 to 22, 2022. Yeah,
Look at those creative people over in the marketing
yeah,
department. God bless them.
yep,
I love it.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
hey Isabella, thank you so much. This is the first time we've been. I know we've been emailing back and forth, but it's just a pleasure. I like to socially survey from afar a lot of people like yourself who are just doing really great work for the community and really serve the entrepreneurs in the space. And I get an awe and starstruck because of it. So I'm a big fan of what you do. And again, just to have you on the podcast, I appreciate the time, the effort, and thank you for doing all the good work that you're helping people be successful entrepreneurs, and congrats on all your personal success as well. So
Thank you.
we'll definitely run across each other's paths here shortly in the future. So, but if people want to connect with you or if they want to learn more information, how do they do that?
Our website, ritzarm.com, Instagram, Arm Agency, and yeah, this is the easiest way.
You're very active on there. I will say, like, right when I tag you on there, your team, either yourself or your team is on it. So
Both.
good. I was gonna say, yeah, hopefully it's both and more people are helping you out. So, but hey,
Yeah.
thank you so much for hopping on Crossover Commerce today. I call people, they make it through a show with me, friends of the show. So anytime, you're more than welcome to come on and share your wisdom and insights on any topic you find relevant to the community. So I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
No
Talk to you
problem.
soon.
Thanks, Isabella. All right.
Yeah,
And thank you,
sure.
everyone who joined on the Crossover Commerce today. Again, this is Monday, April 4th of 2022. So this is episode 2. We're 231 already. My gosh, I'm losing track all the time. It's what you do in the podcast world. You never get the number right, but we have so many different topics coming along this week. We're going to have, again, follow us on social media on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter for every episode that we go live on. And then, of course, follow us on your favorite audio destinations. Just search for Crossover Commerce with Ryan Cramer. You're going to find that. Subscribe on your favorite podcast destinations when they become available in the audio format. We have so many. Recently, we just surpassed 10,000 listeners. Super excited to share that with the listeners. And it's all with people like you who are taking the time out of their busy day to learn and grow on Amazon space. That's why I'm here. That's why PingPong's here. And that's why all the different people that come on the show come appear and say yes on the show, is because they want to give back to community and help people grow in their business. So with that being said, this is Crossover Commerce, episode 231. Thank you, Izabella Ritz of Ritz Momentum, for coming on today. Now a new friend of the show, just adding to my Rolodex of friends of the show. I should have them on, get signed autograph copies or something like that with all the people who come on. But that being said, we'll catch you guys next time on another episode of Crossover Commerce. Take care.